गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामविक्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् ॐ जातवेदसे सुनवामसो ममरातीयतो निदहाति वेदः स नः परिषतति दुर्गाणि विश्वानावेव सिन्धुं दुरितात्यग्निः तामग्निवर्णां तपसा ज्वलन्तीं वैरोचनीं कर्मफलेषु जुष्टाम् दुर्गां देवीगुं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये सुतरसि तरसे नमः अग्ने त्वं पारयानं यो अस्मान् स्वस्तिभिरति दुर्गाणि विश्वा पुश्च पृथ्वी बहुला नवुर्वी भवातोकायतनयाय संयोः विश्वानिनो दुर्गः जातवेदः सिन्धुं ननावादुरितादिपर्षि अग्नेयत्रिवन्मनसा गृणानोऽस्माकं बोध्यविता तनूनाम् पृतनाजितगुं सहमानमुग्रमग्निहुमेव परमाः सदस्तात् स नः परिषतति दुर्गाणि विश्वाक्षामद्देवो अतिदुरितात्यग्निः प्रश्नोषिकमेढ्यो अध्वरेषु सनाश्च होतानं यश्च सत्सि स्वाञ्चाग्ने तनुवं पिप्रयस्वास्मभ्यं च सौभगमाय जुष्वा गोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तं तवेन्द्रविष्णोरनुसञ्चरेम नागस्य पृष्ठमभिसंवसानो वैष्णवीं लोक इह मादयन्ताम् कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गिः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
सुरमुनि वंदित विनायका सुरमुनि वंदित विनायका आनंददायक विनायका आनंददायक विनायका हे शिवनंदन शुभानना हे शिवनंदन शुभानना साई गणेश विनायका साई गणेश विनायका साई गणेश साई गणेश साई गणेश विनायका साई गणेश साई गणेश Sai Ganesha Vinayaka Suramuni Vandita Vinayaka Anandadayak Vinayaka He Shivanandana Shubhanana Sai Ganesha Vinayaka Sai Ganesha Sai Ganesha Sai Ganesha Vinayaka Sai Ganesha Sai Ganesha Sai Ganesha Vinayaka Suramuni Vandita Vinayaka.
Sadguru Sai Saraswati Sadguru Sai Saraswati Brahmadeva Sati Bharati Brahmadeva Sati Bharati Mangala Manjula Vak Vilasini Mangala Manjula Vak Vilasini Veenavadini Kalavati Veenavadini Kalavati Hamsavahini Vidyadayini Hamsavahini Vidyadayini Vedamata Shri Sai Bhagavati Vedamata Shri Sai Bhagavati Sadguru Sai Saraswati Brahmadeva Sati Bharati Mangala Manjula Vak Vilasini Mangala Manjula Vak Vilasini Veenavadini Kalavati Veenavadini Kalavati Hamsavahini Vidyadayini Hamsavahini Vidyadayini Vedamata Shri Sai Bhagavati Vedamata Shri Sai Bhagavati Sadguru Sai Saraswati.
Sairam sisters for the blissful bhajan singing. Thank you. My humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of my mother Sai. Loving Sairams and a warm welcome to each one of you to the 17th edition of our SSSVV Family Satsang. Indeed, today is a blessed day for all of us. We are in the midst of Navaratri celebrations, and it's so exciting to come together once again on a common platform to share experiences of Swami's love that we feel in each one of us. Dear brothers and sisters, I take immense pleasure and extend a warm welcome to Srimati Rajeshri ma'am, a core team member, Sri Satsai Vidyavahini, and one of the brilliant brains behind our Sopan program. Madam is the implementation lead for this program, which is successfully running in 100 plus schools of Virudhunagar districts of Tamil Nadu under Niti Ayog, a central government project. Now I request Madam to address the gathering. Sairam, Madam.
Sairam, Sairam. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba. It's indeed a blessing to be part of this satsang, the 17th one. We've just completed 16 sweet years, and this satsang is happening. I mean, it's just the Dashara, the festive time. And what a better time than actually to kind of contemplate on Swami's messages, Vidyavahini in particular, because that's what has brought us all together and what Vidyavahini means to us. Just as we dwell on, actually the Vidyavahini book by Swami, as the chapter 1 goes, it's a very beautiful message that's kind of highlighted there, that only when we give up the feelings of I and you, then we can understand the glory of that which is neither I nor mine. Of course, it also simplifies for lesser mortals like me, saying that this doesn't involve about renouncing everything, but The real teaching of Vidya actually directs us that we deal with the world as duty demands in a spirit of detachment and avoiding entanglement. Of course, it's easy said and then done. The acid test actually comes for us to keep checking ourselves, saying that as we embark on taking this higher Vidya through this integral education for all by all Vidyavahini program, how do we fare in the acid test? Do we promote attachment, or do we develop more bondage, or do we avoid bondage? It's a very, very important thought for each one of us to dwell. It's not an easy test to pass. And for me, actually, this satsang gives an opportunity by listening to wonderful Sai sisters and Sai brothers when they talk about their journey and what, in particular, Sai journey means to them. And in this context today, what Sri Sathya Sai Vidyavahini program means to them. It's been a wonderful experience listening to each one of our sisters and brothers who, in particularly, taking this Vidyavahini program across the different parts of the country. They are here to share their experience of how collectively that we all are learning and progressing ourselves through this path of Vidyavahini, and how Vidyavahini is helping each one of us, if not for a major self-transformation, but at least for me, bit by bit, inch by inch, and how we are going closer to internalizing Swami's messages. I'm here just wonderfully waiting to listen to all these sisters and brothers as you all are. And so with that, I give it back to the team who's here going to speak the next 15 minutes, wonderful words, helping us to internalize Swami's messages. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, madam, for your motivational words. True that it is good to listen to the experiences of our colleagues. Let us now hear the experience of our state coordinators. How Swami's love and guidance helped them through their journey with Vidyavahini. I invite Brajmohan Ota sir, the Odisha state coordinator, to share his experience. Sir is a retired professor of population studies, FM University, and author of 6 books on sociology and population studies. Over to you, sir.
Sairam, humble pranams at the lotus feet of Swami. Swami says, whosoever assigns his wealth, strength, intellect, and devotion towards the promotion of humankind are worthy of reverence. Of the 4 assignments that Swami talks of, let me pick up the last one, that is devotion, and try to explore ways to assign it to my own profession. Devotion or bhakti, as Swami would put it, is not to be bound by the actions that we perform. Like every other human being, we are not free from the bondage of action, unless it is offered as a worship. To take an example, if a pen was conscious and it would say, I have written several hundred pages, but actually it has done nothing, because one who holds it has actually written. We think we are doing everything, but in reality, we are instruments in the hands of the God, as the pen is in our hands. To assign our devotion, what Swami would want us is to offer our work as a worship. Now, the next question is, how can teaching be offered as a worship? Please listen to my story. Maybe you'll get the answer. I started my professional career as a teacher in a renowned college in Odisha. Being a good teacher and a researcher, as my students and colleagues would rate me, I carried a lot of ego. Like most good teachers, I had a lot of professional jealousy. I would not disclose the source of knowledge. As the old Odia saying goes, give the fish to eat, but don't show the source of the fish, was my motto. Even after retirement, opportunities were knocking at my door with a handsome package. I was engaged by a renowned company and thereafter by an international organization for conducting research on social issues. I was utterly selfish. Sharing with others what Swami would say as the sutra of education was missing in me. This was, in short, about my professional life. A change came towards 2014 when I got a call from the central training lead requesting me to join Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini. I was assigned the role of a trainer. I readily agreed and availed every opportunity to go to schools and train teachers on IIP, 4C, 7 asset, hurdles. All this for the exchange of wah, wah. The real life changer came much later when I came across a bunch of insane and intoxicated people here in Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini. They were intoxicated and insane to the brim with Swami. To a worldly person like me, such people appeared mad, foolish, and misled. But Swami would put it in a different way. Of all the insanities, God madness is the least harmful and most beneficial. From them, I am learning how to convert my teaching profession to a worship, how to share and serve, how to get rid of my selfishness and perform my teaching as a yajna. Just as trees don't eat their own fruits and offer it to others, I have started learning how not to use the knowledge and skill that I have acquired for personal benefit, but also impart it with generosity, that is tyaga. I learned there is no difference between Nara and Narayana, between the teacher and the taught. With these words, let me close with the expectations that you have got the answer. But before I say Sai Ram, may I now request Sister Priya Tandon to narrate her rich and personal experience with Swami and how that groomed her for the role she is playing today as the state coordinator of Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini for the Haryana state. Over to Priya Tandon. Sai Ram.
Thank you, Ota sir. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Swami and Sai Ram to all. Swami had once said to me, I am in you, with you, around you, above you. I am always with you. And this became my life mantra. I live in the constant awareness that Swami is privy to all my thoughts, words, and deeds, be they good or not so good. He is witness to them all. So I am conscious that I should do only what would make Swami happy and not let him down. I had once said to Swami, Swami, I want to be your instrument. And he had said, you be a mind, be a mastermind. Well, in 2019, Karuna sister opened the doors of Vidya Vahini for me. So unlike most of you, I am only 3 years old here. So I am still a baby, but I'm as eager to learn as any toddler is. Initially, when I joined Vidya Vahini as a language editor, I was wary of pointing out errors in the assets assigned to me, lest I annoy the authors. But at every step, Swami reassured me that he is in me, around me, with me, holding my hand as I work. And this gave me the confidence to do his work as his instrument. And soon, the authors started accepting my suggestions. It is here in Vidya Vahini that I have learned the true significance of the acronym TEAM. Together, everyone achieves more. When a team of 5 to 7 people work in tandem on an MLB, and their only goal is to offer seva and to please Swami, the journey is nothing less than a pilgrimage. I often think that when someone downloads an asset from the Diksha portal, he doesn't know who the author is or who made the graphics and animations in the PPT. No one knows who toiled for hours to bring it to the form and format that made it to the Diksha portal. And in Vidya Vahini, no one cares if their name is credited or not, because they just did it for Swami. The teachers and consequently the children of our nation will benefit from this. But who is benefited the most? I really think it is you and me. As Swami says, you are not doing service for others. You are doing it always for yourselves, to the God in you, the God who is equally present in others. I believe that everything that is ever created is created twice. First, in the mind of the creator, and second, on a physical plane. For an MLP in Vidyavahini, the journey to completion has its share of back and forth, suggestions and rejections, delays and frustrations. But the experience of working in the presence of divinity is unparalleled. The Lord who is latent in me becomes so patent when I am doing Vidyavahini work that everything else just falls into place. Swami often said that the motherland is to be revered as your mother. Reverence to the motherland could be translated into offering seva in nation building. The opportunity to contribute to the Diksha portal under the aegis of Swami's Vidyavahini is a divine opportunity. Guru Seva and nation building get amalgamated herein. Swami would often quote from the Ramayana, Janani Janma Bhumishcha Swargadapi Gariyasi, meaning, माँ और मातृभूमि का स्थान स्वर्ग से भी ऊपर है. My physical mother passed on. So here I am offering seva to Sai Ma and Bharat Ma. What could be better than this? Not even the heavens. Thank you, Swami, for everything. I now invite T.R. Rajeshwari sister, the state coordinator for Tamil Nadu, to tell us what Vidyavahini means to her. Sai Ram.
Thank you, Priya sister. Well said. Guru Seva is great. That's why we are here. Om Shri Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Sai. Sai Ram to all. I'll start with the quote from Vidyavahini. As you feel, so you become. When you cultivate the awareness that you are a spark of God, that you have as your reality, divinity itself, you can become really divine and you can have command over all powers. As you feel, so you become. Yad bhavam, tad bhavati. As the ruler, Raja, so the ruled Praja, says the proverb. As the teacher, so the pupil. Seems to be equally true. Teachers, therefore, have to be interested in high thinking and a life steeped in renunciation. Beautiful saying, Swami. Looking back on the journey so far traveled with Swami, which is filled with so many ups and downs, but it is filled with happiness and satisfaction. Tamil Nadu is leading with great pride in all aspects with the guidance of the devoted team. Every time we take up any responsibility, we feel his presence guiding us. We are very proud to have chosen instruments for our team and admire each one of us for their devotion and commitment. Swami has paved the way in my career and prepared me to take up different roles in his project. I love children teaching mathematics. That's how my career as a teacher started. In my 22 years of teaching career, I worked in 5 schools. In my first school, learned how to plan before teaching and prepare teaching aids. Also got exposure to conduct competitions, exhibitions, etc. After 6 years of experience working in a reputed school, I had to move to another place where I was teaching mathematics for high school. Was exposed to conducting board exams and did research on connecting mathematics with all other fields which were presented in an exhibition by the students. It was a great experience. This lasted for a year or two. Then again, a change of place. With great reluctance, moved to the original place. But I was not aware a great opportunity waiting for me. My previous principal, who was an ardent devotee of Swami, offered 2 choices. One, to work in a reputed school and another to work in a Sai school. Swami gave the mind to choose his school at the right time, enjoy the experience of running the school, exposure to Bal Vikas, and linking all Swami's ideals to the little angels and teachers of the school. Exposed to Parthi Seva and presented Sri Sathya Sai Bal Vikas teaching aids with the team of teachers at the exhibitions conducted during the Silver Jubilee of Sri Sathya Sai Bal Vikas held in Whitefield. After service, we used to get Pada Namaskar at Whitefield. Swami blessed me and my daughter and said, Romba Sandosham. I realized we can get that bliss only if we offer our body, mind, and soul to Him wholeheartedly. He did not leave me there. Again, changed the place after 5 years. With great reluctance, came to Chennai and joined a private school. There, teachers got all around exposure to computer skills, language skills, counseling, mentoring, etc. After 10 years, due to health issues, I had to voluntarily retire from that school. Then visited some rural schools for mentoring in and around Chennai. But the urge to serve the schools was ringing in my mind after our beloved Swami's Samadhi, greatly disturbed and longed to join his pet project, Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini, to do something fruitful in the field of education. The call came when I was in the US. Joined content team first with Karnataka and CBSE board, and then with Tamil Nadu and other boards. When I look back, I am struck with wonder how Swami has prepared me to take up various opportunities in Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini. Whenever I visit any school, I am surprised to see Swami's plans for that school planned well in advance. Blessed to walk in those places where our dear Lord's lotus feet walk. Now we can see how our service is extending to government schools along with Sai schools. Ending with a quote from Vidya Vahini. Sharing with others, serving others, this is the main rule, sutra of spiritual knowledge, Vidya, its genuine expression. Education is rendered noble when the spirit of service is inculcated. The service rendered must be free of the slightest trace of narrow selfishness, but that isn't enough. The thought of service should not be mad by the desire for something in return. You have to perform the service as you would perform an important sacrifice, yajna. Service rendered to any being is service offered to God. This has to be the chief goal of the educated. Jai Sai Ram. Now I invite B.B. Gupta brother to share his experiences. He is the director of the DCM group of schools and the state coordinator for the state of Punjab. Over to you, brother.
Sai Ram. My humble pranam at the lotus feet of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Thank you, Sister Rajeshwari. I agree with you. We are to ensure our availability and God is giving us capability. I offer my sincere gratitude to Bhagwan for giving me the opportunity to associate with Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini since its inception. I vividly remember the day when Sri Sathya Sai Jagriti Vidya Mandir was selected as the pilot school out of first 3 schools to implement Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini. I attended the first meeting as the educational advisor of Yamunanagar School. Baba called us for interview in Prashanti Mandir. I, along with the other volunteers, told Baba, Baba, we love you. Immediately Baba replied, love my words, as if giving us the indication to leave attachment with his physical body and attach to the principle of Sai ideology. This was the time when I was little frustrated and was cursing myself for not having done something significant in the field of education and regretting for not being recognized by any higher authority, whereas my co-principals were being awarded at the hand of President of India. At that time, I didn't know that I would get recognition in Prasanti Nilam at the Holy Sannidhi. That is the time I realized I am just an instrument in the hands of Baba, and he has a master plan reserved for me. My regrets transformed into satisfaction. My sincere gratitude to Swami for shifting me from retirement to retirement. I have been busy planning for Vidya Vahini, attending many workshops. Each workshop has honed my skills and enabled me to be wiser in the field of education. I understand the real meaning of education is to make education for life, and how to integrate education with educare. I regained my self-confidence and start believing that Baba was making an instrument for serving me, the society, and preparing me as an asset to the society. This self-confidence has led me to self-satisfaction. And Baba advice and his words, love my words, keep prompting me. We learned another lesson of self-sacrifice. That is, propkartham idam shriram. Now my vision is clear. The shift from self-sacrifice to self-realization is to be practiced. Thanks, Swami, for accepting me as a tool in your divine mission. That is Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vahini. I promise to apply 4F. Follow the master, face the devil, fight till end, and Baba, give me your blessing to finish the game. Om Shri Sai Ram. Brother MRK, you have been also associated with this divine mission since beginning. Would you like to share how Swami blessed you with the experiences? Over to Brother MRK.
Om Sri Sai Ram. Thank you, Sir Gupta Sir. Offering my humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of our most beloved Swami. It was 11th February 2011. I was initiated into Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vahini program at Purnachandra Hall in Prasanti Nilayam. Having seen more than 500 volunteers who had come to do their bit and trying to understand more about the program, Swami very graciously gave Padamskar to all the volunteers that day. We were 36 teachers and volunteers from Hyderabad who could visit Parthi to participate in this meeting. After the meeting, while we were returning back, everyone in the team were extremely happy to take with them the fond memories of proximity with Swami. I was fortunate to be in the program from the day one of the launch of the program and enjoying the bliss of serving Swami. During that time, the video on Vidya Vahini was given to me to translate into Telugu. Only then I realized how effective is each word and sentence in the narration. Professionally being in the education sector for more than a decade by then, I used to watch teaching profession integrating technology at a rapid pace and how teachers can benefit using LMS and tabs connected to online teaching methodology. I was privy to Gurukul schooling with modern age technology, adapting to new standards of teaching pedagogy. That was the time Swami launched Vidya Vahini program to bring values into the academics with simple snippets of value lessons that could be caught by the students while teaching becomes an inspiration to teachers. Swami called the system of education as educare. This is just what I wanted for myself. My personal transformation began in every walk of life that was related to my professional work at Vidya Vahini. Every aspect of work at office was so relevant to Vidya Vahini work, from ushering volunteers to identify the hidden talents in IT volunteers, encouraging them to convert lesson plans to PowerPoint presentations, meeting school management members and teachers to bring value aspiration to adapt to Vidya Vahini pedagogy, participate in youth meets to inspire volunteers, website creation, content management, orientation sessions to teaching teachers, listing topics in each lesson to class, to subject, and getting teachers to work, reaching out to schools to find a better teacher for making enriched content laced with value content, what I did not do. In fact, Swami had given me to wear multiple hats. Swami prepared me to balance work at office and travel to schools during the weekends to strategize the implementation of Vidyavahini lesson plan transaction. The work of Sri Satsai Vidyavahini is so synonymous to the work at office. While I could juggle between the two, only to realize that there are no two different works like my work and Swami work. When every work is Swami's work, then the work will turn to worship. Maybe this is what Swami said, when you do my work, I will do your work as my work. During my stint in Vidyavahini, I believe Swami had worked along with me to reach out to most of the schools, as I found that school management was so receptive to the program. If it is as if Swami had paved his way through us, most reputed schools offered their teachers to write lesson plans and contribute to their might, seeking a chance to enrich content in Vidyavahini. Most of the corporate houses like Deloitte have offered to come forward by making lessons. Thousands of employees contribute to intellectual capital for Vidyavahini program. I really take pride in associating myself with Swami's mission. Sairam, may I request Sister Saujanya to come forward to share her experience also. Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother. Om Shri Sai Ram, offering my most loving pranams at the lotus feet of our Divine Master. Today is indeed a blessed day of a family satsang during this Navratri. And what better way do I have an opportunity as heading a state coordinator of West Bengal to share my journey of personal transformation. In the year 2011, when I was part of the birthday celebrations in Prashantinilayam, when the Vidyavahini program was being launched, I let out a silent prayer. I let out a prayer seeking Swami's blessings to be part of Sri Sathya Sai Vidyavahini program. As Swami's timings are the right timing for us, after my children joined hostels, I got an opportunity to be the state coordinator of West Bengal. When I donned the hat of a state coordinator, little did I realize that I was jumping into an ocean of learning and transformation. I was jumping in or getting into myriad opportunities of learnings beyond the classroom. In the initial days, while we were working with the schools in West Bengal, I had spread myself, or I would be moving in various roles, being a state coordinator, to be a trainer, to be a mentor, to an IT expert, and I would take up every task which came my way, not knowing what to prioritize. Along the same time, we also had started the Mission English and Phone Your Friend program, along with few fellowship scholars. As it was very much connected to my profession of teaching, I had taken up the responsibility. During one such visit to Prashantinilayam, I had a dream in which Swami said 3 words: purity, patience, and perseverance. And next he said, go and get some fruits from outside the gate. I ran out and I found a few bananas. I came back and I was sitting on the right of the chair of Swami's chair, and Akhila's sister was all sitting on the left. He blessed the bananas, gave them to me, and asked me to hand over one of them to Akhila's sister. I really couldn't understand the importance of it. And when I shared with Akhila's sister, we both joked, saying that at least we had a chance that Swami was blessing both of us. Every act, every word of Swami has a meaning. Little did we realize that after a few years, well, I got a promotion and I had to juggle between a lot of work of looking after 2 campuses. I really couldn't give much time to Vidyavahini, Mission English and Phone Your Friend program. It was later taken up by Akhila's sister, and we all know how beautifully she has molded the program to its present status. Vidyavahini has been a journey of self-transformation for me to understand, an opportunity to delegate, and more specifically, this program requires highest commitment, availability, and service-orientedness. It is not juggling between various roles, but trying to prioritize and do justice to any one role. With the help of my mentors and the central team, and with the wise advice and counsels from Karuna Sister, Subbu Anna, and various other people, I now look at helping and coordinating with the 3 schools in West Bengal, wherein we try to take the Mahaprashadam of Swami, which is done by the several volunteers spread across the globe, trying to make content. And that has been a priority to ensure our teachers utilize the content. And this, when people hail me for my performance in my professional world, I always look back and see my decade-old journey with Vidya Vahini, which has trained me, and I have grown with the program to understand how to prioritize, how to make a commitment and stick to it. As Swami writes in his book, Vidya Vahini, I would like to share a few words from it. That which has no origin knows no beginning. It was before everything or anything was. There was nothing prior to it. For that very reason, it has no end. It expands as far as it wills, progresses as diverse as it feels, and through its fullness fills the universe. Knowledge of the supreme principle is known as that which illumines Vidya, spiritual knowledge, wisdom, and awareness. Vidya Vahini has taught me the true essence of Vidya is just not mere degrees and taking on various roles, but by trying to do justice and being part of every work and trying to learn from the scores of these volunteers who devote their selfless efforts to ensure that we achieve the target of making our Bhagwan happy. Thank you so much. And I may now request Amuda Sister, the state coordinator of Gujarat, to kindly share her experience.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Saujanya Sister, it was very heartwarming to listen to the spontaneous outpouring of your experiences. My most humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our most beloved Swami. Sai Ram to all. I would like to begin with a poem I had written many years ago. It is titled The Inward Journey. God, the third person, He. He is almighty. He is omnipresent. He punishes evil. He rewards good. Thus I was introduced to you. Now, after a long inward journey, I have reached God, the second person, you. You are love. You are beauty. You are truth. You are my all. But yet I am not satisfied. My soul yearns and longs for more. And I am on my way again. The journey is dead slow. I falter, fumble, and fall, but I don't give up. I have tried to shake off the heavy load of attachments, of ego, anger, greed, envy, and desire. For the path is very narrow. Only you can pass through. It's difficult, but not impossible. I know I'd make it someday. This journey towards God, the first person, I. My journey with and towards Swami began when I was just 10 years old as a Balvika student. And later I had the good fortune to study at Anantapur Swami's College for a couple of years. Swami often used to say, Satsangat pre nisangatvam, reiterating the importance of satsanga for the spiritual journey. Thus, I tried to be in satsang by being a Sevadal volunteer and also a Bal Vikas Guru. Later, I joined the Sri Sati Sai school at Surat as a teacher, and I felt I was progressing on my journey slowly but surely. But in 2011, when I left the school to be with my son's family, I felt as if I was in a vacuum, far away from Sai activities. And I prayed sincerely to Swami, and he got me involved with Sri Sati Sai Vidya Vahini in 2012. While being involved with Sri Sati Sai Vidya Vahini, whether it be content creation or trainings, we are in constant satsang. We do talk and discuss a lot about work, but usually we end up enjoying the bliss of talking about Swami, and that is so enriching for the soul. When you work in a team, difference of opinions do arise, and we face all sorts of challenges on the home front as well as situational. Some schools are very cooperative and some are not. Now, how do we handle all this? In the 15th chapter of the book Vidya Vahini, written by Swami, Swami says, and I quote, "Do not allow egotism to approach you. Be humble and be loyal to high ideals. Then only can you serve the cause of world peace and prosperity." And I unquote. Keeping our egos aside, if we surrender to Swami totally and internalize the truth that Swami alone is the doer and we are only the instruments, most of our problems can be overcome. As a Guru Sevak, my ultimate goal is the good of the child in each class. And I try to do my best as guided by Swami. Lastly, I would like to conclude by saying that Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vahini has paved the way for me to continue being the zero beside my hero, our beloved Swami. I pray sincerely that I would be able to be a worthy instrument in his great mission till the very end. Jai Sai Ram. Now I invite Sister Sai Sudha Multani, the multimedia expert from Mumbai and the state coordinator of Maharashtra Vidisha team, to share her experiences with us. Over to Sai Sudha. Sai Ram.
Thank you, Amodadi. It was wonderful to listen to the beautiful poem penned by you. Om Shri Sai Ram, offering my pranams at the lotus feet of beloved Swami. Loving Sai Rams to all. My journey with Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vahini began in the year 2012 as a MM volunteer, and my first assignment was to prepare a PPT for a social studies chapter. I was put in touch with a subject coordinator who shared some very creative PPT samples and guidelines for reference. Looking at the samples and the outcome expected, I was really not sure whether I would be able to handle it, as I had never prepared a PPT and didn't even know the basic skills. I had almost decided to back out, but then something within me prompted to give it a try, and I sincerely prayed to Swami to guide me. Back then, we didn't have any training modules or mentors for support, and I looked for some guidance from the experienced volunteers in the team and started working on it. And PPT, I just could not believe it that it was prepared by me, and it really left me wondering. I got a very good feedback and appreciation from the author, considering I was doing it for the first time. This helped me to overcome my self-doubt and realize that Swami actually is the doer and he uses us as his instrument. Another challenge which I often face is to balance my professional life and at the same time also do justice to my role in Vidya Vahini, which causes a lot of stress and guilt, especially when there is a conflict, and at times I'm not able to devote much time as expected. But in my experience, whenever I have been faced with any such situation, there has always been someone from the team who has stepped in and got the things moving, and the work has been completed on time as planned. So all we have to do is put in our best effort and leave the rest to Swami, as he takes care of everything. Looking back at my journey, I can say that being a part of Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vahini has been one of the biggest blessings of my life. As I introspect on a deeper level, for me, it is an opportunity given by Swami to progress in my spiritual journey, to sanctify my life and earn his grace. We all know that Swami doesn't need any volunteers to do his work, and his work will be done irrespective of us. I consider myself to be very fortunate that he has chosen me to be his instrument to work on this project so that I can experience the joy of serving him, contribute constructively to the nation building, and in the process also get transformed. Vidyavahini has given me many blissful moments to experience Swami's divine presence while doing his work, to develop steady faith in him, especially when things don't work in my favor, work on my weakness, and become a better version of myself. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Swami for making me a part of his divine mission, and sincerely pray to Swami that I may get many more opportunities to serve him through Vidyavahini. Jai Sai Ram. Patience and perseverance are the qualities dearest to Bhagwan. Let us now hear from Brother Durga Prasad, State Coordinator of Andhra Pradesh, how Vidyavahini helped him to develop these qualities. Sai Ram.
That was an astonishing account of your journey overcoming the challenges. Thank you for sharing with us, Sister Sai Sudha Multani. My humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of my mother Sai. Loving Sairams to all. We all have been associated with Swami for a few decades. Swami many times says, do what is prescribed by Sai and see the transformation within you. We attended Balavikas, bhajans week after week and participated in seva activities. Do we realize the change within us? When I look back and introspect myself, I am surprised to observe that the huge change took place within me. There are changes with respect to the way I behave with others, the way I understand the situations in a positive way, and the ability to accept more people and a few of many areas. I do not have enough words to thank Swami for blessing me with this unique opportunity of being a part of amazing program, namely Vidyavahini. In the year 2013, being an IT professional, I wondered how I would be able to contribute to this Seva project. However, Swami has molded me to the requirements of the program year after year. I learned many skills and lessons in this journey. The journey was not easy, but Swami has shown his omnipresence and taught lessons through many challenges in a very hard ways. After serving nearly a decade in different roles such as trainer, SRC, leading a team to work on DAD, I realized that Swami had a big plan for me. Completion of tasks on hand could have been done by any other person too, but these roles were pivotal to unskill me. In the year 2020, Swami unfolded his original plan, why he provided me with this exposure when I was assigned the responsibility as the Joint State Coordinator. Wide experience in the variety of tasks as a trainer, SRC, leading a team enabled me to interact and work seamlessly with different groups of people and ensure smooth implementation of planned activities across the supported schools in the state. Swami says, the ego in us is the manmatha, the impact of divine vision. True to this statement, Swami continued the transformation process to make me worthy instrument in his hands. My most recent experience with the Education Department of Andhra Pradesh was one such cleaning process. A simple meeting with the Director of School Education demanded numerous wasted trips and hours of unfruitful wait. Yet Swami gave the strength to persevere. Finally, when the director called me for a final meet, I wanted to teach from this experience. Probably he wants to show me I am but an instrument in his work. After multiple visits, finally, in spite of my absence, the work was completed. This experience made me more patient and more accepting person than before. I have experienced an unimaginable level of transformation within me from a past decade. My heartfelt gratitude with deep reverence, Swami. Listening to each one of our dear Sai brothers and sisters' experiences gives us evidence of his miracles. Swami's positive energy and love has kept all of us going in spite of depressing and challenging situations around. Swami says, life is a challenge, meet it. We at Satsai Vidyavahini, with full faith in him, continue continue to overcome challenges and move forward in the divine mission. I thank Swami for giving us all an opportunity to share and reconfirm his omnipresence, omniscience, and omnipotence. With deep reverence and gratitude, I pray to Swami to continue to be with all of us, guiding to fulfill his divine vision of Vidyavahini. Thank you all viewers for patiently listening to us. We now conclude today's session with Mangala Arati. Jai Sai Ram.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Satya Sai Hare Bhakta Jana Samrakshak Bhakta Jana Samrakshak Pati Maheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hare Shashivadana Shrikara Sarva Pranapate Swami Sarva Pranapate Ashrita Kalpalatika Ashrita Kalpalatika Apakandhava Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Guru Daivamu Mariyantayu Nive Swami Mariyantayu Nive Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nagendra Shayana Om Jai Jagadish Hare Omkara Rupa Ojasvi Sai Mahadeva Satya Sai Mahadeva Mangala Arati Anduko Mangala Arati Anduko Mandara Giridhari Om Jai Jagadish Hare Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Sadguru Deva Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Sadguru Deva Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Sadguru Deva Shanti 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 Samasta Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu Shanti 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 Jai Bolo Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba Ji ki